GroovyRoo. Today we have a different video. I decided that I wanted to try different art supplies from different cheap stores that they offer art supplies. So today I went to Tiger, as you can see, and I bought something that I could do an illustration with it. Here I have like a sketchbook that I received for my birthday a couple of years ago, I think like around 2 years ago. And this one is from Tiger, so that's why I didn't buy anything to make any drawings. Now, as you can see, I already started swatching the brush pens. I thought it was a good idea to get this ones. They have different kinds of ones, but I think this one will do the job. So, and they comes in this really plasticky box. I think they are around 3 and 4 euros. I'm not completely sure. Don't call me on that because I have no idea. I don't remember. I'm really bad when it comes to pricing, at least to remembering. So I already swatched those. The other thing I got was those erasable pens. If I remember correctly, this comes in a set of 2. And it costs like I think 2 euros the pack, and those are kind of like the Pilot ones. Those are really kind of cool because they have this kind of eraser on top, and what I liked them about them was the fact that they had this really nice detail with the logo of Tiger here. I don't know if you can see it. Probably if I get blue ones you could see them. So now let's just swatch them. I think both of them are the same. Can you erase it? Oh, in fact you could. So I think they're both the same. What I starting to feel already is there's a little bit of flimsiness. This part, it comes very easily even though that I'm using it. I don't know how this one's supposed to look. I don't know if you can just actually do some art with it. But we are just going to try them out. You can already see the swatches, and the other ones I got was this 7mm kind of 7mm pens. I think those are just pens, like normal pens. No, in fact it says gel pens. So let's just see how this one really looks like. So this packaging, I like the simplicity of Tiger. Again, you get 2 of them. They're both the same, just like the erasable pen. I think this one goes, they're all made of plastic though. What I like is still the same detail of the other ones that you can see and the erasable ones, and here is easier to look that they had the Tiger, the Flying Tiger logo in here, which is like the T with the 2 eyes. I think it's really cute. I wish they come in the different colors. Both of them are the same, like I said. So let's just try it out. The ink sinks very nice, in fact. It feels lighter, and I think in fact the quality of this one is superior when you compare it with this ones. I think mostly is because these ones are just for lying. Like the plastic of this one looks very flimsy and very cheap. With this ones are, even though obviously all of them are made of cheap plastics, I think this one will hold better than this one. Then I got a 3-set pencil, a 3-set pen set. I like that Tiger nowadays is bringing those kind of pens in this kind of containers. I think this is a really cool way of presenting your products. And as you can see in the box, it comes with 3 different, not 3 different shades, but 2 different millimeters. So let's just see which one is which one. I'm assuming that those represent each and one of them. So let's just see. I think those don't have the logo of Tiger anywhere, which is quite sad if you ask me, because I think one of the things that I've been enjoying about this pens is the fact that the Flying Tiger is like putting the logo everywhere. So I think, oh, this is so hard. This is really stuck together. I think this one goes for 3 euros. The pack? Okay, I managed to open it. This is supposed to be the thinner one. I can already see this is starting bleeding. The gel pen is not bleeding at all, as you can see, while the regular erasable pen, it looks more as a grayish color more than black. This is quite disappointing in that regard. And even though I'm using the same Tiger like sketchbooks that they quite sell for, I think between 5 and 10 euros it goes for, this is not the best quality in that regard. Let's just go with the second pen. I'm going to put them again here. So just ow, this is really difficult. And you can see this one is way bigger compared with the other ones. So this is curious because the tip is bigger as the other one that I just tried, but this one is not bleeding at all, and the lines are really thin. This is really curious. This is really inconsistent, but again, you cannot ask for really good quality with something that comes from a cheap store. But what I want to prove you is the fact that you can do any art with any kind of supplies that you can find in your hands. And this is the third one. As you can see, the tip is like, I will say between, I will say like 0.7 millimeters, so probably around that area. Let's just try. Okay, it's bleeding a bit if I leave it standing, but I guess that will be normal. The brush pens are not bleeding at all. It's quite nice, in fact, the colors. So let's just see when we put some ink into our art how it will look. The other thing I got was an eraser. You asked me why you would get an eraser, because I would like to try the pens. I already have a set of pens, but they come from they obviously come from the Flying Tiger, but they aren't the cheapest one. I think I recall this pack was like between 1 to 2 euros. Not sure, and it brings 10 pieces of HB pencils. So I thought, well, yeah, why not? I should try the pencils. I already tried them before, but the ones who come in different kinds of patterns on it, they come every season depending of the things that they decide to release, and they behave pretty good. Like, in fact, I was quite impressed. These ones are the plain ones, and I just wanted to try it out to see if it was like doing the job. But again, it's like a normal pencil. I think you shouldn't have any problems with this. It's just a normal pencil. The eraser seems to be working pretty well, even though you can see already it's leaving a stain in it. I don't know if you can see it here. I tried to erase it and it leaves a huge stain. So the eraser that comes with the pencil is not a very good one. When it comes to the erasers that Tigers offer, this one was really impressed because I went to pay it and they told me I could get 3 of them for €1, which I think is really nice. So let's just open it and try to erase the pencil that we already have here to see if it really is better quality than the one we are getting from the pen. So it feels nice, soft. So now let's just try to erase the thing. Yeah, it does the job. And in fact, it cannot delete the part where I already have the stain, but I was suspected that. So, but in regular basis, it just behaves like any other eraser. I think for what you paying for 3 pieces of erasers, I think is pretty cool if you can use it for your kids, or if you're having like troubles with art supplies and you cannot like get that much content for all of this. I think I paid around 10 euros. Now I bought like sharpener. I was tempting to buy one of those different shape sharpeners that they have, but I wanted to go with the cheapest one they have. And this one is made of metal, so I thought it was a cool idea to try it out if it really works well. I have like a different sharpener from a different collection of them, and they seem to be working fine. So let's just see how this one behaves. I'm going to put all my dust here. It seems to behave quite well. Whoop. This is really nice. So now we are going to try to ink an art that I already have here in my sketchbook. I was trying to do the mermaid, and obviously I couldn't manage to finish because I was so full with work. So now that I have my brush pens, I would like to start putting some color into this. So let's just do that. Now I want to point out something is about the brushes. It's just like impressive over the fact that I can overlap the colors, and even though I can overlap the color that like the trace, you can see I'm putting one, and then I'm doing this, and then I'm doing this, this, and this, and then I fill the area in the same direction all over again. And it's a pleasant surprise to see the color looks like a uniform color. So perhaps it's the lighting, and it doesn't bleed. You cannot see it doesn't go to the other side of the page. This is a very nice surprise because these pens, like I said, they were pretty cheap. And the fact that you can actually do something nice with them, even though they were cheap, it is a pleasant surprise. The only thing I have to say is that the tracing needs to be constant. So once you trace it and you do it in the same direction, like every other pen, it will start look like some kind of like one block of color, which it makes me very happy. If I try to do something different in this area and I try not to do it the constant flow in the same direction with the brush pen, you will end up like with a stain, which is something to be concerned about if you are very picky and you don't like that kind of stuff. So, and I completely fully understand that. So what we're going to do now is adding other colors to her hair. So I think I would like to add some, now that I used the pink, probably the blue will be a nice touch to it, or like the purple, probably the purple, so that way we can use the blue for a different thing, or probably we're just going to do her tail pink, purple. Let's just do that, because we have two different shapes of purple. So with that and the way we're working, probably we can have different kinds of shading into it. And after this, we're going to put some details with the brush pens and the pen set that we got, to see if we can get different kinds of textures in it. Look, that's what I was saying. If you want the color not to be overlapping and not to be able to be noticeable, you need to work fast. And that's another thing I dislike about this kind of pens, you know. You need to be very precise. You can see all my tracing. Look, it's just really not the most blendable kind of pen, but I suspect that, come on, the money you're getting, the quality you're getting for what you're paying is really noticeable. So you cannot notice this kind of things in the lighter shades, which is obviously something normal. The only thing I have to say about this is I didn't buy this sketchbook, like I said before. The paper and the sketchbooks from Tigers sucks. Let's just put it like this. It sucks, it's shit. I will not buy it for myself. I don't think it's a good product. I don't think it works what you're paying for it. And I think you can get better quality with only 90 grams paper and other types of notebooks. Saying that, I think we are just trying to finish the rest of the things, and then I'm just going to say my thoughts about this, okay? So, my last thoughts about this. I have to admit, I was having a lot of hopes with this ones, but this pen set is trash. Don't buy it. I tried to outline the eyes of my mermaid and that thing just bleed out. The curious part is bleeding even though I didn't put any skin color on my illustration, which is like insane to think. So this for illustrations are not really good idea. Perhaps you can use it for other things, but these are trash. With the cons, with the brush pens, I'm very happy about them. For what you get, what you're paying, I think it's around between 4 and 6 euros. I don't even remember. I will try to put in the description box all the prices of this. I think it's a really good price for what it's a really good price for the product you're getting. My only concern, even though they don't bleed on the back, they don't bleed with other colors either, they don't mix either, which is quite nice in that regard. The only concern is, like you can see with the darker colors, you are doing a trace of the color, and when the overlapping goes or kind of touches the other color, it just doesn't work. So if you plan to use it for illustrations, probably is not the best thing, but it will do the job at least for your sketches. When it comes with the 0.7 millimeters gel pens, those are awesome. I outlined everything. As you can see, I didn't do a very good job because I was trying to be very precise, but that just comes with my error. These are very good. They feel very well. They feel very good against the paper. They're easily to graph, and the ink comes very easily, and I think they're perfect in that regard. Or like you're paying like 2 to 3 euros for it, and even though I was using the brush pens underneath them and using this one on top, it still didn't bleed, which it was awesome, and it doesn't bleed the paper on the back either. So awesome price. When it comes with the erasable pens, I didn't even do any type of illustration with them. They feel very flimsy, so I think I will try to put some glue on it so that way it doesn't fall apart, because this thing is like really, can you see it? And like the sound of this thing is just not doing it for me, not cutting it for me. When it comes to the pens, it's like I said before, it's just a normal pen, a number pencil I mean. My only big concern is if you want to use this one for daily life or for daily sketching, I would recommend to get an eraser, because this eraser that you have in here, they like to stain your paper, and even though you use another eraser to try to delete it, the stain will keep being there in your piece of paper, which I don't think is the best thing. When it comes with the sharpener, I think this is one of the best buys of all the whole itself, because I love this kind of material sharpeners. I think aluminum sharpeners are the best ones if you want to carry with you, and also the fact that it's so small, and the price I think was between 2 and 3 euros. Don't recall me on that because I have a very bad memory. But this one, in fact, does the job perfectly. The only thing is, if you like your the tips of your pencil very sharp, probably this is not the sharpener for you. I like it because it doesn't matter if it's like really sharper or really like needly kind of one. I still think you can create a lot of different textures with it, which makes it really nice. So I think if you're on a budget and you want to get some art supplies for doing your own art without spending too much money, I think you can do it on a budget. You can get all this for, I think I paid around 10 euros, taking away the sketchbook, because the sketchbook was a gift, so I didn't pay anything for it. So I think is easily to do to start doing art and illustrations in a budget. You get 12 pencils, you get 3 pens, you get 2 erasable pens, you get 2 gel pens, and you get a dozen of brush pens who does the job pretty decently nicely. So I will totally recommend to you to hit your tiger and to Flying Tiger, because they changed the name, and try to get some of these art supplies if you are into that. And I hope my review and try out of all these pens that I got, and pencils and sharpeners, was somehow useful to you. There's more of this kind of videos soon to come, and I hope to see you soon, and see you next time. I guess I will do it like this. Bye! Bye!